Hi everyone and welcome. In this video we are configuring sound-based firewall on iOS. By seeing this topology you can see there are different hosts. The first one is the administrative, then next one is the production, then IT staff, then guest, then DMC and the internet. So before going to the next, let's go through the policy requirements. These are the policy requirements. So the first one is the administrative staff must have web access to both the DMC and the internet, and the DNS access to the DMC only. Production staff must have web and DNS access to the DMC only. IT staff must have all protocol access to the DMC, internet and all internal networks. Guests must have web and DNS access to the internet only. Internet-based hosts may access the DMC-based web server. All access to and from the internet must connect via NAT. Okay, so let's start. Before that, I have configured the IP address. This is the topology. I have configured the IP address for all the hosts. So let's go through that. So you can see the IP address that I have configured. The first one is the administrative that I have configured 10.25.1.1. The second is production 10.25.2.1. Third is IT staff, that is 10.25.3.1. Fourth is guest, that is 10.25.4.1. That the next is DMC 172.16.2.5, and the last is internet, that is 172.16.1.5. So let's go to the step 1, that is for creating the sounds. So why we are using the sounds? It is used for just grouping the interfaces. The main aim is to control the traffic flow. The traffic flow the traffic can flow only between the zones only if there is a security policy assigned to it. So without the zone, we cannot control the traffic. So zone is an important part. So first we are going to create the zone. So for creating the zone, it's just like a simple command. You need to use zone security, then the host name. That is, let's start by creating the zone for administrative. Zone security administrative. Next is zone security production. Next, zone security IT staff. Security guest. DMC. So we have created all the sounds. Let's check all the sounds. See, you can see all the 6 sounds: administrative zone, production, IT staff, guest, DMC and internet. So we have created the sound. So next we can go to the step 2. Step 2 is creating the class maps. That is class map type inspect match or hash. Match code HTTP DNS IT staff or match protocol ICMP. match protocol, TCP, match protocol, UDP, FTP, and SMTP. So that's it. So we have created the class map. So let's check whether we have created it correctly or not. So sure, see here we can see we have created the class map. Okay, so the third step is, we can go to the third step. The third step is for creating the service policy maps. Next is creating the policy map. Policy map type inspect DNS. Class type inspect DNS. Inspect policy map type inspect HTTP. Last type inspect HTTP. Inspect policy map type inspect DNS HTTP. Class type inspect DNS inspect HTTP inspect. Next is sorry for that, policy map type inspect IT staff class type inspect IT staff all inspect policy map. Sorry for that. Here you need to add policy map type inspect IT staff, class type inspect IT staff inspect. Then next you need to add HTTP class type inspect HTTP inspect class type inspect or inspect class type inspect DNS inspect. Okay, so we have created the policy map. So let's check. See, you can see all the policy maps that we have created. Policy maps, see. Okay, so the next step is, next we can create the zone pairs. So before creating the sound pair, you need to understand, just go through the policy requirements. See, administrative staff must have web access to both the DMC and internet, and DNS access to the DMC only. So zone pair security administrative DMC source administrative destination DMC service policy type inspect DNS HTTP. So here we need administrative staff must have web access to both the DMC and internet, and DNS access to DMC only. We need the web access and the DNS access. So that's why we have created DNS and HTTP. Okay, so next is administrative should have access to internet service. Zone pair administrative DMZ zone pair administrative internet zone pair administrative internet then the source is administrative and the destination is the internet. Oh, sorry, administrative. So internet, we are giving access from administrative to the internet. Administrative internet, source administrative, destination internet. Okay, so sound pair administrative internet sound source administrative. So this okay, so let's check. The policy requirement is administrative staff must have access. Okay, so zone pair administrative source is internet and the internet source administrative and the destination is internet sound pair. Oh, sorry, sorry for that. Security. Okay, so here we should have only HTTP because web access, we need only the web access, so we need to give we need to put HTTP only. HTTP. Okay, so exit. So next is from the production to DMC. So sound pair sound pair, security, production, DMC, production to DMC, source, production and destination DMC. Okay, so here we should have both the DNS and the web access. So service policy type inspect DNS and HTTP. Exit zone pair security. Next is from guest. Next is, okay, before doing the IT stuff, we can go to the guest. Zone pair security, zone pair security, guest should have access to internet source guest and destination internet. So they should have both the DNS and the web access. So service policy type inspect DNS and HTTP. So exit. Sorry for that. Exit. So, the next is, okay, next is sound pair security, next is internet to DMC, sound pair security internet to DMC, source internet destination DMC. So in this internet, here we need to give only web access. So service policy type HTTP, we will be giving on here HTTP only. We need only the web access. So that's it. Exit. So next is we are going to create the sound pair for the IT staffs. Sound pair IT staff. First is let's start from the administrative. IT staff administrative zone pair IT staff administrative, source is IT staff and destination is administrative, and the destination is administrative. Oh, sorry for that. Sound pair security okay. Okay, so here we are giving service policy type inspect IT staff let's policy map we have created here is IT staff. So here service policy type inspect IT staff. Okay, that's it. So next is on pair IT staff to production. IT staff to production, yeah. Production, IT staff to production, IT staff destination, then production. So here the service policy same. See? So next is creating the next is between production, next is to guest, destination, guest. So service policy zone pair, next is to internet, internet, oh sorry for that, sound pair IT staff internet, destination is internet, policy IT staff, exit. So the next is okay. So so we have created the zone pair between the IT staff and the internet. Next is zone pair IT staff and to DMC. Next is to DMC, source IT staff, destination DMC, service policy, exit. Okay, so we have created the sound pairs. Let's check all the sound pairs. See, you can see all the sound pairs that we have created. The first is from administrative to DMC, next is from administrative to internet, and the production to DMC, and the guest to internet, and the internet to DMC, and the IT staff to administrative, IT staff to production, IT staff to guest, and IT staff to internet, and IT staff to DMC. So we have created all the zone pairs. So the next requirement is internet-based host may access the DMC-based web server. All access to and from the internet must connect when. Next is we need to configure the next we need to configure the NAT configuration mode. So let's go to the each interface int f00 that is administrative IP address 10.20 10.25 1.1 255 255 255 0 sound member security administrative IPNAT inside. We are configuring the NAT. Okay, so next interface f01 that is IPN 10.25 2.1 sound member production that IPNAT inside interface th 10 IP address 3.1, sound member IT staff, IP NAT inside, next ETH 11, Ethernet 11, IP address 4.1, that is gas 4.1, sound member, this is gas NAT inside. Next interface is a DMC, yeah, DMC, so IP address 172.16.1.5, sorry, 2.5, sound member security DMC IP NAT outside, next is Ethernet 3, that is IP address 172.16.1.5, sound member internet, IP NAT outside, okay, so exit. Okay, so next is we need to create the access list. Before that we need to IP NAT outside source static 172.16.1.90, 172.16.1.90. So we are going to create the access list. IP access list standard NAT permit we are permitting, here we need to give the network address, not the IP address, 1025 1.0 and the wildcard 0000255. So we have permitted for the administrative network. The next is for the production, next is for the gas, next is for the IT staff, next is for the gas. So that's it, we have done configuration. Okay, so let's go to the policy requirements once again, and we have done administrative staff must have web access to both the DMC and the internet, and for getting the DNS access we need to do policy map type inspect IT staff class type inspect DNS, DNS inspect. Okay, etc. So we have configured all. So next what we need to configure for the DNS is go to the internet, then browser config services DNS, switch it on first, then www dot, this is internet, int.com, nbrint.com, 172.16.1.90, add this. So we have added this. Next is to the DMC browser, DNC, switch it on, www.nbrdns.com, 172.16.2.90. Okay, so let's go to the internet once again and add this nbrdns.com. Okay, so here it's done. In IT stuff, what we need to do is, here we need to give 10, sorry, 172.16.1.90. Yes, okay, so we got the access. So let's see www dot, yes, it's also working. So IT stuff, now you can see that IT staff must have all the protocol access to DMC, internet, and all internet. Okay, so let's start with the administrative staff must have web access to both the DMC and internet. Let's check whether the administrative dot, yes, okay, they are having the web access and DNS access to the DMC only. So for that, what we need to do is web browser, for getting the DNS access we need to change one configuration here. Yeah, 172.16.2.90. www.nbrdns.com. Yes, okay, it's working. So next is production staff must have web and DNS access to the DMC only. So let's check for the production. They will be having only access to the DMC, 172.16.2.90. yes, they are having the access. .nbrdns.com. oh, let's check that. So okay, that's why 172.16.2.90. see, okay, so now they have the access. Now they have both the web access and the DNS access. Let's check with the internet, 172.16.1.90. okay, okay, now it's working. Yeah, that is, the production should have only access to, the production staff must have web access and DNS access to DMC only. That's why for the internet we are not getting. So next is IT staff must have all protocol access to the DMC, internet, and all internal networks. So let's go to the IT staff. check for www.nprint.com. Yeah, 172.16.1.90. Yes, www.nprdns.com. Yeah, it's working. 172.16.2.90. It's working. Okay, so let's try pinging from here to, sorry, 10 10 25 1.10. Yeah, sorry, for that. Yeah, we are getting a response. We are pinging to administrative from the IT staff. Next, try pinging to production 2.10. Yes, it's working. So next, try pinging to guess. It's pinging. So that's it. We have configured the firewall on the iOS router, and so the next yeah, so in this lab, what we did is we have configured the zone-based firewall on the iOS router. The main aim is to restrict the access to certain those who can hamper the system. We are having 4 hosts, the administrative, production, IT staff, and the guests. Using we have like we can, from this we have choose who all can access the internet services and DMC servers. We have limited that so that all of them cannot access to the server and the internet and the DMC. That is for let me tell you an example. Like consider an organization which is having an internet service and the DMC. The internet service will be the internal service, and the DMC means like domain server, or where you can upload the files or the data is being, or you can record the data. So using the zone-based firewall, we are restricting the access so that all the hosts cannot access the internet and the DMC. All the systems cannot access the internet and the DMC. So this is the main aim of using the firewall on iOS router. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.